It's the end of the week and we're gonna do a tour. So, utility room, we cleaned up. You can't really tell from here, but we do have a floor upstairs, which is kind of exciting. Kitchen, we also cleaned up. This is actually going to be a sink tub that is going to go out in the carport. We're going to be using that to wash the dog and bigger things. We cleaned up the wood and the hood, so it's looking very, very nice. Up the stairs, we have the dining room, which we're not really doing anything in. We have the bathroom. So now you can kind of see how the sink is going to be jury-rigged for the time being. I think I've already showed you the shower and the tub. Toilet room, nothing much happening there. Bedroom, also nothing much happening in this space. If we go down, this is the salon. In the barn, we've started plumbing in the sink, back door, cleaning up a bit. It's pretty spacious in here. My room, nothing much is happening, but that's down in there. Upstairs, we have Francis's office and the hobby room on that side. Up in the mezzanine, we've got this section taken out, and that's making room for one more beam before we put the ceiling and the wall in. And up in the attic, not a lot to show you, but here's the other end. So we're gonna leave this open, and that way any electrical and stuff will be easy access, plus people will know where the beams are, and there's going to be a notice that says not to walk on the ceiling because there isn't going to be any horizontal supports, just really some sheetrock up there. But this is the space that's here that we're not planning on doing anything with. And over in here, it's hard to see. I'm gonna try opening the window for y'all. Oh. So here we're above the kitchen, and we have a floor. So it looks pretty awesome. But yeah, so this is the space. We have the kitchen, utility room, and the bedroom closet is way back there. Originally, we were thinking about just redistributing all of this insulation and potentially putting a floor on it so that we can use it for storage and calling it a day. However, I'm trying to convince us that we should have a little trap door there with access from the utility room with some sort of ladder so that we can just come straight from the kitchen/utility room up into the space to store cans or food or whatever. We are also thinking about doing something similar in this space here, just fluffing up the insulation and actually laying another just, cheapish plywood floor, again for storage. So actually, if you look at all of the space, there's basically like a third of this house that has potential to be finished in the future, but we are not planning on finishing it. So the room up there is above the main entrance. This space here, that's kind of hard to see, is above the dining room and our bedroom back there. And then of course this space is kitchen, utility room, closet. So there is a lot of storage up here. And we might try to make it useful. Coming around the side of the house, we have my makeshift little garden. Woo! My makeshift little garden sink, and I'm going to use this area to stage plants and seedlings. We have our fig tree. And Francis's nicely stained door. We have to get out and weed whack the back, which we were just talking about. But up in the garden, it's been raining this morning, so it's all kind of wet. But I've started lining bed number 2. You can easily see now the mix of compost and native dirt. But up here, we have bed number 1, which is officially finished and ready for planting. So I've marked out all of my squares because I am using a grid gardening technique, and it's not a grid garden without the grid. So this is, again, double dug, so about 2 feet below the surface. It's all been tilled and blended in with compost and vermiculite and native soil. The cardboard is my weed barrier, which will break down over time, and eventually we'll get the grillage put up on these posts that we've put, and another layer of weed block, and then put the mulch all the way around the beds. So bed number 1, bed number 2, I'm hoping to finish this week in time for planting. And maybe next weekend we'll have the weed whacker ready to start maintaining some of our yard. But that's the update for this week. I picked up a really cheap bench on Leboncoin for 30 euros. It wasn't too bad. And yeah, my seedlings are looking pretty sorry, actually. This is the first time that I've tried growing things from seeds. So I'm gonna put them in the dirt anyway and see how they do. But yeah, I have a mix of tomatoes and peppers and sunflowers and passion fruits and basil, just some miscellaneous things here. They are very tiny. But yeah, eventually they'll go up there. And then this space, I'm actually planning on turning into like part of it's going to be brambles because there's already brambles here. So part of it's going to be blackberries, but part of it is also going to be bulbs and flowers and perennials. So that should look pretty. And yeah, from this little alley, you can see the garden space.